All right, today on Unpacked, we're gonna cut things up with some scissors. Let me get something to open the pack with. This paradox, if you will, is something that we've all come to know. We're not gonna spend we are gonna actually look at some scissors today. But this interesting fact that, you know, sometimes it takes a pair of scissors to open a pair of scissors. Now, I'm gonna hand it to Milwaukee here a little bit. They have used, there have been advancements in this process, in this technology, and they have used a lighter weight, and you see those little dots, how it's sealed intermittently, which actually does make it easier to get into. You can kind of peel these layers apart. Probably, you know, still one of consumers' most frustrating packaging formats, but man, it's effective for visibility of product, for hanging on shelf, for doing some of those things. But you know, this clamshell packaging, which is what this is, where it's kind of plastic front and back. This is the best one that I've seen to date in terms of easy open and consumer friendly. Let's talk about one of the alternatives. All right, this is another pair of scissors that we bought. This one is in like a blister card format that is maybe easy to open, maybe not. I think that's the move right there. That's the move. We did it. We did it, you guys. We did this together. Thank you. There we go. All right, so we've got here two kind of main packaging formats. We've got this clamshell, and we've got this kind of blister card, and they can both be frustrating. They can both be amazing. They can both do a really, really good job at their intended purpose by the brand to present and protect the products. This whole story here actually impetus for Amazon's frustration-free packaging program, because at one point the legend goes that Jeff Bezos bought a pair of scissors and needed a pair of scissors to get into his pair of scissors. And this whole paradox that's, you know, like cutting into a pack to get a pair of scissors out, it's a real thing. This blister or this clamshell format, again, is just such a good way of kind of presenting and containing product. It's very secure, difficult theft prevention, right? Which is the thing that you have to balance in retail. Make it easy enough to open, but also make it too hard to steal if somebody's gonna easily kind of wanna just take this thing out of the pack. This format here, which is more of a blister card where you've got maybe a plastic partial shell that's bonded to a paper back. It also does some things well, and sometimes this is not a bad version of this. Sometimes these can be incredibly difficult to separate these layers and get things out. Sometimes it's not necessarily layers, it's just glued right to the front face, but this gives you more retail, more merchandising. It's a little bit cleaner look. Yeah, these are overall good packs, but I think in both cases here, I'm impressed that these brands have gone with kind of an easy to open. You know, this one, there was no designation on here, but I could tell there was some like this lifted panel, and just thought it might be an easy way to open it. They could have definitely used a little bit of verbiage on here to do that. So the one thing that we have not addressed here is sustainability. And I'm gonna be straight with you guys, neither of these brands win in this category. First of all, the Milwaukee brand is using, it's embossed in here, it says 3 PVC. PVC is not a recyclable material, and curbside anyways, and it's actually a material that's getting banned in a lot of places. I'm really surprised to see them use PVC, but there's likely reasons either from ease to open or cost or something else that has driven them to make this decision. And this also is typically not a recyclable format. Getting things separated, if you do go through here and get this separated, I don't see any markings on the plastic. So not crazy difficult to recycle. I will tell you right now that this also looks like PVC. PVC has kind of this purplish cast to it. Like it just, if you hold it up against something white, it kind of looks purpley. I'm not 100% sure, but it has a PVC look to it. But this is then, if you can separate these two things, this then becomes curbside recyclable, likely. So consumers don't separate. They don't take that much time to actually rip all the adhesive off and take this thing out of there. Which means that neither of these are really a recyclable format. They could have made this easier to remove once you open the pack where this comes out and separates. They could have made this out of PET. There's some things they could have done to actually make this whole thing recyclable, but unfortunately in a lot of products, sustainability still isn't a major focus. So great job overall, some things we can improve, but we've opened scissors without requiring scissors. And that, my friends, is a win. Thanks for watching this episode of Unpacked. Let us know if there's anything cool that we should check out on the next one. Peace out.